Hi Bravehearts, it's Debbie here, and we're in Stuart, Florida. It is day one of the Whole Life Coach class, and see a lot of smiles. Hopefully they stay that way. Smile, smile, smile. I have my practice here in Stuart, Florida too. It's called Stuart Health and Healing, and it's an amazing place to come learn how to get perfect day consults, get some Wolf non-surgical treatments. We have the Salsonic, I have a vitamin D light, I have the Bioptron, and you can check out our website at stuarthealthandhealing.com. And if you have any questions, my number is 305-342-9559. And we're starting with day one. And what amazing thing is, one of my clients yesterday came for a treatment, and guess who's in the class today?
Come on up, Jeannie.
So she's here with us. She
we got Jeannie out of the bottle.
And it was interesting because I didn't even know she was interested in taking the class. She came for a treatment, and then she ended up texting me this morning, and I didn't understand her text, and I called her, and I'm like, well, why don't you just get down here? Because, why not? So everybody, this is Jeannie. Say hi.
Hi. Hi, Jeannie. Hi.
So Jeannie's pretty new, coming to me. I think she's had, is it 4 or 5 treatments?
I think, I'm not sure. But
I think it's between 4 and 5. I know we've done 2 on her neck and 2 on her spine. So she did, she also has had a perfect day consult. And so we've gone over a lot of things with her. And so it's been an interesting experience so far because she has had scoliosis since she's been 17. And on her day that she came in to talk with me and Dina on her consult, I think her position was this. This is how she was. And as we're doing the consult, I said, well, we're going to stop this and we're going to go to work because we need to get her out of pain, right?
Chronic pain.
Okay, so tell them exactly what you were feeling.
Well, for about 3 weeks now, I'm a very active person. I want to say that I've been an athlete, but I guess that doesn't go over. So, a professional athlete, actually, and I've done a lot of stuff to my body, and I've probably injured it through too much quick movement, I guess. I've done a lot of different things, but I was in chronic pain. I went to the orthopedic. He gave me 3 choices. I didn't like any of his choices.
What were his choices?
The first one was physical therapy, which I do physical therapy because my degree is in fitness. So I've been a phys ed teacher. I know physical therapy. I've been to it, and I like my home therapy better, but that didn't work because how do you move when you're in that much pain? Secondly was an epidermal, and the third one is surgery. So none of those worked for me. I mean, none of those were going to be an option. However, desperate people do desperate things, and I didn't meet Debbie. I didn't even know about this whole
life coach and non-surgical
Correct.
treatment.
I have a girlfriend who wanted to be here today, but her schedule didn't allow her. But she brought me to Dina and Debbie, and I was like, okay, these people tell me they have something that's going to work.
And we give a money-back guarantee.
And I was like, okay, sign me up for three of these. And I'm not kidding you. It was not easy. It's grueling. However, the results were life-changing, really life-changing.
So after the first treatment, so we started off with her neck. We did a neck treatment because this is where her pain was stemming from. So she had some excruciating pain in her arm, right, going down?
Correct. I dropped my eyeglasses underneath my bed, and I kept trying to move my mattress, and all of a sudden, I was out of it. So I called my girlfriend. I said, I think they're under there. And she's like, you tried to move this by yourself? And then my neck and my back were throbbing. Now, I've had, issues in and out of my life. I'm 71, soon to be 72. And I have had some pain in the past, but not like this. So I ended up telling Debbie that the pain has moved from my back to my arm, and my arm was completely numb. So she said, let's work on the neck first.
So she's had chronic pain because of the scoliosis through her life, but this was something that changed within her neck.
Triggered it.
You know,
Triggered
and
it,
basically she was only comfortable leaving her arm up like this. I mean, and she was actually holding it. So we went in and we did a treatment, and when she was done, tell them about your pain.
Well, she had said to me, I'm gonna help you, and this is, you have to think positively, which I'm a positive person. My glass is almost full all the time. So I was, okay, I'm with you. And then she said, but as soon as I fix your neck and the arm starts to feel better, the pain is gonna go to the back, because that's what's gonna happen, is it's gonna move. Because we haven't fixed the spine yet. It's one treatment.
So what happens is that when we have pain, you're going to feel the place of pain of the greatest amount. When we alleviate that pain, your body will still talk to you in other areas and will let you know, hey, you have pain here too. But
it's like you have 3 screaming kids.
Yes,
right.
yes.
One is louder, okay?
Right. So that's, that's what happened. But, so we did the neck treatment, and then she came back a week later for a spine treatment, correct?
Correct. Because she said, I can't work on your neck back to back. We need to give it enough time. And I am one of these people that as soon as I find relief, I want to move in with her and get it every day. Okay, that's and so that's how I am. I mean, if a little feels good, then a lot must feel better. So, and she has the answer, and I canceled my appointment with my orthopedic, which was a follow-up. The follow-up was going to be to schedule something that I had no intentions of doing, because it's putting a Band-Aid on the problem, and I know that. Okay. But like I said, desperate people do desperate things. And so I'm pain-free today. Oh, and we're talking less than, we're talking maybe, I met Debbie, we were total strangers 6 weeks ago.
Not even 6 weeks. It was,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but, and I said to her, I want to take her home with me and the machine home with me.
So she's talking about the Cellsonic, because she did use the Cellsonic, because if you use the two together, the Cellsonic and the non-surgical, it is just an amazing thing that happens. So much work gets done. It is easier for the client, the healing, and we can break down so much more calcification and open up that scar tissue. The other thing with Jeannie was a very interesting thing, because after she had her first neck treatment, so when was Mother's Day? What day?
2012.
Okay, so it was right before Mother's Day was her first treatment, right?
Right.
So that's when it all started, was right before. So she went home and she had no pain. In the beginning, it would come and go a little bit, but wasn't bad. And Mother's Day comes around, and I'm getting a text on my phone about 11 or 12 in the morning, and it's from Jeannie, and she's saying, I'm in severe pain.
Well, she's been checking on me. How you doing?
Yes.
I said, I'm fine. How's today? I said, I'm having a pretty good day. And then, so a couple of weeks went by, and then I said to her, oh, today is not a good day. And she's like, what's wrong?
So she, so I give her some ideas. I was out of town, and so I told her to do some plate therapy, which we're going to go over here. And, she did what she needed to do, and 2 days later she texts me, which was Tuesday, and she says, I'm fine, I'm better, I'm good. So Wednesday we had an appointment that was scheduled for her spine, because we were going to start working on her spine now. And this is where people don't get it. And the thing is that they don't get is that the emotional creates the physical. The mental creates the physical.
Well, we didn't tell them what happened.
Well, I will.
Okay.
I will. Hold
Okay.
on.
Okay.
I just want people to understand that every disease, every condition is created by the mind. And this is where she's a prime example of this. So this is so important. She texted me on Tuesday that, she's good. Everything was back to normal. She comes in on Wednesday, and we're going to start on her spine. But before she we get going, I said, let me ask you something. What happened on Mother's Day? And I knew something happened on Mother's Day because all of a sudden she doesn't have pain, but on Mother's Day she had pain, and 2 days later she doesn't have pain. So you don't have to go into personal stuff, but just she had an incident occur on Mother's Day.
Well, my feelings got hurt.
So her feelings got hurt on Mother's Day.
And I tried to ignore it, and I didn't do a very good job of that.
So when she came in for her spine treatment, we did some emotional work with her too.
I didn't have this. I didn't know. I mean, I kind of knew
It's
about
up
it.
here.
Oh.
It's a brave heart.
Yeah.
It's a brave heart statement. So anyway, but we talked about how people don't have to fill up your heart. Only you have to fill up your heart. Because what you did in your life, you did for you. Not for other people to say, oh, thank you for doing that. Because what is Mother's Day? Oh, we all have to tell our mother thank you, right? Or you know, something like that. I mean, my mom is like that, and I just look at Mother's Day as another day. I'm all year round a good daughter to her, and she's a good mother to me. Do I need a day for this to happen? I don't. She still does, because that's her belief, and that's okay. She can have that belief. But I'm never going to look for her to fill up my heart, and she won't do it now either, because she learned that day that she's going to fill up her own heart, and everything that she did in her life was for herself, not for others, because it made her a good person within
Correct.
herself. Okay.
Correct.
And so she learned that no matter who it is, doesn't have to be there to say, oh, you were a great mother, or you were a great wife, or you were a great anything. Because you yourself should know that you are already greatness. Mm-hmm. Okay? And that changes that. She will never have that pain again that will come back from the emotional.
No, because now I know that my love is good enough for myself, and I don't need somebody to reinforce that. I'm going to love them, I'm going to love myself, and it's all going to be okay. It took me 71 years to figure this out, but I figured it out.
Yeah. So it's been great, and she's wonderful. You know, we've only been doing a few treatments. She is going to go away for like 2 months, so she loves herself enough. And she says, oh, I need to come 2 more times before I leave. And I said, I think that's a great idea. So we've actually worked on her spine 2 times. And the first time that I worked on her spine was, I mean, it was literally like this.
It's an S.
All the way like that.
I have curvature in 2 spots.
Yes, it was
Superwoman.
a pretty big curvature. So we salsonicked her. We did 1 treatment in 1 hour. I literally, when I was using the salsonic, when I was holding the wand, I was having to feel where her spine was with my other hand, because it just wasn't in a straight line. I had to bring it over and make sure I was hitting it. When we got done, she was 1 inch over. It was amazing.
Now, I used to be 5'4". I loved being 5'4". I wanted to be 5'7", but he made me 5'4". Now I'm 5'1", but Debbie's promised to try and make me 5'4" again.
Yeah. So she's got to go measure too.
Yeah.
You know, as time goes on and we get it more and more straightened out. Well, what happens with the S? You're curving. So that's shortening you. As soon as we get that straight, you're going to stand up straight again. Most people with a spinal treatment will increase a 1/2 inch to 1 inch in size. And yes, your shoulders and everything, your back will sit up straighter. And that's just in 1 treatment. I'm sure that if you measured yourself right now, you would be more than 5'1".
And prior to this, when I had the pain, I couldn't turn my head right, and I couldn't turn my head left. Now, I'm a physical person. I mean, I do a lot of physical things. That was like telling me, okay, stop breathing and you're not going to live anymore. Because what can you possibly, how can you be joyful when you're in that kind of pain? You can't.
Yeah, you can. And I have another client that she had to do, you know, the little gummies because of the amount of pain that she was in. That's how she lived every day, was to remain high, because she couldn't do it. And after she did the Wolf non-surgical treatments, you know, she went home and her son smiled, couldn't believe that she was smiling. He was crying because he hadn't seen his mom smile. And it's just amazing. So we're going to, you know, Jeannie here loves herself enough to wake up this morning and say, hey, I'm going to go to the class.
Well, that's fine, because I had texted a friend, and Debbie ended up being the one I texted by mistake, but I guess it wasn't by mistake, and she called me back and she said, you're telling me to listen to something. I said, oh, that was for somebody else. I said, Debbie, I can't believe I'm not going to go to this class. She goes, get in the car and come. I was like, but I have obligations. She goes, okay, you're not locked into them every minute of every day. I said, well, I don't want to miss anything. She said, just come. Here I am.
Yeah.
Yesterday, we didn't even know I was coming, did
No,
we?
no. Self enough, then you get in the car and you come and you do what you need to do. You know, we were talking about another person who was like, and, you know, we don't have to mention who it is because we never mention who it is. But, you know, oh, the class is too expensive. And this is a person that has a lot of money. And I said, oh, that person just doesn't love themselves enough. They're not worth this money to come and spend, because really with the money that they have, this is a drop. She probably writes checks for that every day. You know, like, it's no big deal. And, you know, when you love yourself enough, you come get those treatments. You come to this class. You do what's right for you. And like I was saying, you know, your reality is what you think of. I drove here today and a bunny ran across the road. The birds took off flying. That's what I saw. I was like, I'm so lucky to live in this neighborhood.
Well, this is how I looked at it. Okay, I live in North Palm Beach, and he's in Stewart. And he's, who knows when he's coming back, because I listen to him every day since I've met this environment. And I thought, okay, I'm going to fly to Mexico, or I'm going to fly to Texas, and I'm going to have to rent a hotel room, and I'm going to have to get an airline ticket, and he's right here an hour away, and I'm not going. How does that even make any sense? So, you know, I mean, I guess I proved I'm pretty spontaneous, huh?
Yes, I love it. And you know what? She stepped out of that little bit of fear she had, and she took that leap and did what she needed to do. And all of you guys that are here from Canada, from other parts, it's wonderful. Give yourself a hand, because, you know, everybody has come from a distance. And this is going to be, you know, I've been feeling since the very beginning that this is going to be an exceptional class, because just something within right here that I know it's going to be like a really good class, and you guys are going to get so much out of this, and you're going to learn so much more, because, you know, an hour consult can only do so much. And when we bring you in, we talk to you, and you know that you call me whenever you want, because that's the way we are. Any of my clients, any of Dina's clients, you know, any of Dr. Wolf's clients, you know, call, and we're there all the time. So that's what it's all about, is actually helping other people, helping other people to teach them how to help themselves, because we got to give them the tools and everything.
I agree. We're in a chronically ill world, and it's so toxic. We need to do this.
Yes, it's wonderful. And so anyway, it's I'm so glad, I'm so happy that you're here, and I'm so glad that you're taking care of yourself.
Me too.
And making the changes and doing wonderful things, because you know, you're 71, and I would hate to see you at 76 with the stuff that you were going through.
I agree.
And she likes to do her sports. She likes to stay active and bicycle, right?
Oh yeah,
And-
I do.
and
I'm crazy.
It's,
Crazy.
you know, but this is what you love.
Yeah.
So if you can't do it, what would happen? You'd end up in a bed, and you'd end up with a cane, a walker.
Well, I was on a walker for 3 months because I had a really bad ski accident, and I atrophied my whole body for 3 months. And everybody told me it's going to take a long time, and I healed myself in 3 months. But it wasn't through love. It was through, you know, just a lot of positive thinking, but I didn't have these tools that I have today. So, you know, watch out. I'm gonna win the game.
Oh yeah, you've already taken those steps and everything. So it's wonderful.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm gonna
All right.
bring Dina up here
All
next.
right.
Alrighty, guys.
So
All right.
okay.
Well, hi, everybody. I'm Dina. I am partner here in business and friendship with Debbie. We met about, 3 years
3
ago?
years, yeah.
3 years ago. I actually introduced her to Doc.
Yes.
Our business is stewardhealthandhealing.com. You can reach us at 786-488-7782. I just want to get that out of the way. I want to share with you, you know, I was in your spot, and I'm still in your spot 3 years ago. You know, I learn every time I'm here, even if it's the third time. We have, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, right there. Right there.
Well, I'm hiding between the girls. Okay. So, you know, where was I? You pushed me, and I was in the
You were
momentum.
learning each time you come here.
Each time you come in the space here, you learn from Doc, you learn from one another, and you learn for yourself. You know, you learn on your weekly practitioner calls with Doc. You learn all the time, and that's what life is all about. You can read, learn, and then what do? You've got to take the participation. That's the word I want you to take away from my conversation. Participate. You paid for this course. Milk it. What are you doing? You're here to transform yourself. You know, when I took the first course, I said, I'm jumping it. That's it. I did this on day 2, the oath, not expecting what I would receive. I mean, it was the most blissful moment. Speaking to your spirit. You detach from everybody around. Doesn't matter what people think. Again, going back to, if it bothers you to do this, you've got to do it. Because that's where you're blocked. Whatever you don't want to do, and you push back right away, you need to observe. Observe. Analyze. Feel that. Is that really true? Is that something that, you know, my mother used to say, no. Everything's no. Angry. So, you know, when I used to say no, I go, okay, that's not me. So you could start analyzing, does that no belong to me? I'm also a sound practitioner, so that's another part of my business, and that's what brought us together because it really helped. Debbie went to see Doc before me because my son was getting married. She says, I bought us this Salsonic. You have the people, and I have the cash. Let's do this. And it works because the people that come to sound healing are looking for healing. The word healing.
Yes.
They don't understand, though, that it's their body doing the healing. They come to see me thinking I'm going to do the healing. Yet I trigger the healer in you. And this is what Doc does. Jump, leap. I mean, you're here because you haven't jumped. You're afraid of the unknown. Where do you think we grow? What you know, you know. What you don't know, you don't know. You have one life to live, guys. I'm telling you, I'm emotional. I'm 60 years old. If I knew that at 20, you know how much heartache I would have surpassed? How many bullshit stories? I mean, bring this to your children at least, you know, and to yourself. It is priceless. So get out of believing what you believe because it's not the right thing. Open up. Crack that coconut today. Open up. This oath. Someone in here knows who I said to do it. Go ahead, jump. I will never call anybody on that. That's not my position. But it's just the moment was there. I said, you know what? If you want to grow, you got to do it. And your misery, you know, they say we're addicted to our diseases. You're addicted to your misery. But Dina,
well, we
go through it. We go through it.
We talk to each other, and when we're talking to the clients, it's like, you know, I have a bad day because of this. You know, a bad day because of that, and it's like,
well, this is it. You know, they want to call you and share, but when there's no progress with you, I don't want to hear it. I'm like, I care about you, I love you, but I got to get off the phone because you need to progress. And if I'm going to coach you, I want to see results for you, not for me. It won't matter if you have results or not in my life. I work on myself every single day. And a few days ago, my hands were hurting real bad. And I had that mood. And I was here with Debbie, and I go, Debbie, I got to get out of this mood. I said, my hands hurt.
And I called her out on it.
She called me out. And I didn't deny it. You see, you do not deny it. You just pause with it. Pause with the thought. If someone sees it, you're showing it. So now you observe and you have a choice to defend or be aware of it. And where do I want to grow? I want to grow when I'm aware. I said, you're right, Debbie. I'm going to get out of it. And what I did is I front and load. You're going to learn that. So I drank a little more Black Diamond, some sea salt water, and then, you know, just my mind. Don't allow the pain to drive my mood. And by the evening on the phone with Doc, we were talking, I was smiling, and I had said the same story, you know, so.
And I had also spoke to Doc that day about what was going on with her. And the next morning, I called her, or we always touch base every morning, so we always touch base every day. And I said, you're coming here, we're doing Cell-Sonic, and I'm going to start on the neck, because I'm going to start on this area, and we're going to work down her shoulders to her elbows. And so yesterday, that's what we were doing in the afternoon. Was
And 90% of my pain is gone.
yes, just with 1 hour treatment.
And you think it's your hands, because I play the gong a lot, and
I
I
didn't
play my
touch your
sound
hands.
healing. It had nothing to do with my hands. It's all in my C7 and my shoulders. And, we're going to do this.
Yes.
We're going to relieve you. But for you, you paid money to be here. Take advantage of this course. Jump in full on, full-hearted, open mind, open heart, and you're going to get some hiccups. It's part of the growth. It is part of the growth. But remember, once a cucumber becomes a dill pickle, it can never come back a cucumber. So once you know it's your job to continue the work, it's your job to continue the work every single day, because you can't return to pretend you don't know. You're not that cucumber anymore. You now know to do better, and you need to do better. Not for me, for you. I might never see you again. It's for you. This is the rest of your life. I'm 60. I might have what? Maybe 30 years. I'm thinking my doc 100 because I take care of myself. But if you're not taking care of yourself, you just shorten your life. And that's all you have left to live. Well, how do you want to live it? Miserable? Coming in like, feeling heavy? Not having anything new in your life? Let me tell you, to create something new, you have to change. You have to change your thinking, your eating, your drinking, and the people around you will drop like flies if they don't like your vibration. They're not your friends to begin with. Whoever you lose, you're not losing. You're going higher. And if you don't understand what vibration is how you feel. So if you feel crappy all the time, it's low vibration. When you bring joy and happiness, and if you don't know how to do that at the beginning, find one thing you're grateful for. Is it your pet? Is it your child? Even if it's not you at the beginning, is it because I live on the beach? You just turn that to gratitude. And you know what? You cannot be in two spaces at the same time. You can't be in the negative and you can't be in the positive. So gratitude drags you away from the negative. That one thing, I am so grateful I met this woman just right now. For every reason, the business, the friendship, the kindness, the support, and just being on this journey with her.
And when we met, was the beginning of when the C started. And I had lost a lot of friends. And she had lost friends. But like she said, they weren't our friends. And, I was a conspiracy theorist. I can't be around you anymore. I was like, see you later. It didn't affect me to let these people go, because I know, and this was even before Doc's first class, I know that if they, if we don't have the same thought process, if they're not feeling that same thing, you don't belong together. And we're at a restaurant, and she's sitting cat-a-corner to me, listening to what I'm telling someone else, and she's like, I gotta say something. And that is how we met.
Yeah.
So the universe puts it there right in front of you,
Yes.
and you gotta take advantage of it. If you don't take advantage of what's right in front of you with this universe, you put it out there. If you sit here, I don't have money, I'm always gonna be fat, you are. That's what you're going to get.
It's simple. Focus on what you want. I know, keep leaning forward towards. Focus on what you want. What do you want? Bring that vibration. You become that magnet. You don't have to do anything. Become it. Like Doc said, pretend till pretend.
To the end. Or create it. Or till you create it.
Yes. And let me tell you, where a lot of the problems is lack of focus. No one wants to focus anymore. We want things fast. We don't focus. And then poverty of imagination. We've lost imagination because they want to take it away. But you need to bring back those images and feel that feeling like it's already here. You've all had that when you signed up for Doc, right? You had that feeling now that you're going to that class. So you signed, you paid, you have that feeling. And then you've imagined, what could that be? How is it going to be? You've had these feelings, so you can imagine you have that. You've got to practice it. So if you leave, like I say, participate. You paid for it. Take advantage. do the oat. Do everything that puts you out of your comfort zone. That's
When I took
only
my
place.
first class,
Yeah.
anytime Doc worked on anybody, you can ask him. I was sitting right by him, watching everything, taking it all in. When I went into the non-surgical, the same thing. I'm like right up there. If you're sitting back, you're just sitting back in life. You know, jump in. Now, Dina, this is your third class, correct?
Yes.
So she's going to be a master practitioner after this class. And this is my sixth class.
She's going to have the PhD now.
Yes.
Because
so,
after 3, you know, you go back to do 3 more, and you assist, and then you've got your PhD. But again, what do you want from this course? You know, calling me and going over your misery won't do it. You got you got to snap out. And how you do that is that you don't listen to you. You just move forward in the work. You do the, oh, you do this. Oh, I'm not comfortable. I don't do it.
and every time that you walk by a mirror, he gave you the stuff to do your mirror work. But you should be looking at your face and not just going, oh, is my hair okay? Look at your eyes, look into it, and
Look into
say,
your
I've
soul.
got this, I love me. And when you guys can do that and actually look at yourself instead of just kind of looking at yourself, you know, it's going to be a whole different life when you actually look at yourself and say, I love you. And you can actually say that.
And,
This has been like the wildest journey I've been on. You know, I was retired, and who's retired anymore? So I'm having the best time ever. I've been in the medical field, retired fire captain, nurse practitioner. My first class, I've learned more in 9 days with Dr. Wolf than I did in 30 years of being in this in our medical system, of what they call the medical system, because he showed and taught us how and what conditions are caused from and what we can do to fix them.
and the medical system is a well-oiled machine. Remember that. It is doing its job perfectly. I still have to back off.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So it's doing its job perfectly, you know, the medical industry. And when you're in your power and you're in this course, you say no to doctors. And if some of you have seen some of my videos, I did say no to a doctor who wanted to biopsy one of my breasts. And I went through the whole, you know, mammogram, thermography, ultrasound, 3 of each, but 2 in a different opinion. And Debbie and I worked for 6 months on the little mass, a little, you know, marble, which we knew was
Fibroid
scar
tissue.
tissue.
Right.
We knew it. And when I told her, listen to me, the seed has not come into my life. I don't want to hear the word. Not one. I don't want to hear it. But I said, listen to me first. I'm going to be doing A, B, C, D, salsonic, non-surgical. I said, I'm going to do a second advanced water fast, which we'll talk later on how that's wonderful. And we did it. But the error I made was to go back to the same X-ray company. They're not going to deny the first diagnosis, which was suggestively malignant. I said, Doc, can I be suggestively pregnant? She goes, no, you're right. No, you're right. So I said, unless it is or it's not, I said, I want to hear it. So I went to another independent one I paid for, plus an MRI. Benign and capital words. I sent it to her. I didn't even get a call. When I saw her, hi, Dina, how are you? Cold shoulder. Like, well, you know, okay, I respect that. Da, 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 da. I had the power, the knowledge. If I didn't have it, by now my breasts would be cut, both. So it's up to us to have that power and drive the bus. So, guys, jump in. Take it, jump in. Jump in. And I'm here to support you. If you want to hold my hand, I'm there for you. But jump in, full on.
Before you guys end it, so have you ever had a sound vibrational healing sound bath? Have you? Well, you haven't had it until you've had it from her down. Anyways, who would like to go, and then maybe you can let them know the price, but who would like to go on Sunday on the day off and have one? Because if we have enough people, we'll all meet there and we'll just have a bath.
I have a sound standing at 2 p.m. every Sunday. I have a few people that have signed up right now. I can maximize it to 22 people.
How many people can you take still?
20. Right now, 20, about 17.
17
so more people.
Who
It's
would
still early.
show up on Sunday on the day
I'll
off?
take your names later, and then I'll
There
give
you
you a discounted loving price.
All right.
So we're gonna let Cheryl come up and talk for a moment.
All right.
Oh God.
And here's Cheryl. Cheryl's on her third course, and we'll give her the whole stage, and she
I
can
get
tell
the
you
whole
her,
stage.
her experience.
Stay with her there, Debbie.
Okay. So,
She doesn't get off the hook yet.
so and I've been through, I'd say, except for one course with you, right? I've been through the rest, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's been fun. She's been a joy. She's great. She does excellent non-surgical work on people, and I love her. So we've done a lot of work together.
Well, I love you too. It's that
So-
reflection of love.
So
And that's actually what you actually see. Once you start loving yourself, all you can see is loving faces and loving energy. And it is just amazing work. This is my third time going through, but it feels like my 10th. I mean, it really does. I have been on videos and doing so many live streaming that people actually start to recognize my face. And I go, yay! Because this is the easiest platform in which to reach enough people. And so one of the things that is passionate to me is educating people. You know, the idea that you don't fix it unless it's broke. You need to change that. It really is about changing it. It's about understanding. And taking this course, you guys, is the most honest self-reflection that you're going to get. So when I first came, I took the Wolf Non-Surgical because I was a body worker, even though I hadn't been practicing in a while, but I had two sons, you guys have probably heard the story, that had been in major life-changing accidents. One had one whole side of his body crushed, the other one broke his neck. I mean, literally walking out of the ocean like this, knowing something happened. I mean, he's so lucky he wasn't paralyzed. So I came and took the Wolf Non-Surgical, and I was on fire. I couldn't wait to get home and to take care of that. But what I realized when I was there was I wished I would have come to the whole life coach, because it isn't just about fixing the body and the issues that you're having in your tissues. It's about understanding that it comes from our emotional well-being, which I actually had a lot of work. I'd done lots of self-work workshops and led them for years. But it was the health. It was understanding what real health is and to bring that back to people. And so what you're going to notice when you start taking this class is all the self-negotiating you're going to do, right? It's like you'll tell yourself, okay, well, I'm doing 80% of this really, really good. So, you know, I'm doing great. You pat yourself on the back, but that other 20% is how you self-sabotage. That other 20% is where you let yourself off the hook, okay? And it's so interesting because you're doing this 6-day advanced water fast, and I can't tell you how many times I hear people say, well, is 3 days okay? I'll give you a 3. I said, what about 4, 5, or 6? What about actually allowing yourself to be uncomfortable? Because we don't want to be uncomfortable. Everybody just tells you, if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. That's not true. You don't feel good already. And so it might take a little bit more. And it was uncomfortable to get to that 4th day, and then 5th day, and then the 6th day. Well, you've got all this energy. Even if you're super toxic, you're going to have way more energy than you've ever had in your life after 6 days of just being with yourself. You get still. You get quiet. You get calm. And then you'll see all the things that your mind starts making up. That's the negotiating. Anyway, it is that level of self-honesty that you want to actually take in. You want to be as brutally honest with yourself as you've ever been in your life. If you don't, then you're still telling yourself lies. This is what you're doing to everybody in your life. Someone said to me once, if you can't stand on the roof and shout to the world what you're doing with your life, don't do it. And that is an absolute truth. I walk around now and I get a lot of people that have dropped out of my life because I tell the truth. And the truth isn't about what you're doing, it's about what I'm doing. And I self-correct all the time. When I say something that I don't prefer to be part of my frequency, I immediately go, oh, I don't say that anymore. And I make that change. And now this smile on my face never goes away. I think I smile in my sleep. I mean, I'm literally...
But, you know, it's a constant battle, too, because I say stuff and it's like, oh, no, I can't say that. I say it, it comes out, and then I have to change it. You know, we've been programmed for so long, and every word means something.
Your
And so,
smile must become your strongest muscle if you want a life.
yes, yes.
That's it. There's no compromise.
And I tell people, no matter what situation they're in, take a breath and put a smile on your face, because it's going to change that situation. It really is. It's going to change. And when you can do that, then you've changed. And, I was just like Cheryl. I only came for the non-surgical. And then Dina told me, no, you got to do the whole life. And I was like, I can do that. I didn't even know what to expect. Doc, did I ever tell you that I never had a perfect day consult before your whole life?
Well, I can tell.
So anyway, it was the most life-changing thing that I did. And in the first 3 hours that I was there, I signed up for the Wolf Non-Surgical at the same time. And I had only arrangements for the first part of the class. I had to change all my arrangements, but I made it work, and I stepped out of that comfort zone and did what I needed to do. And I'll tell you what, doing the Wolf Non-Surgical class, I was going to a chiropractor every week to 2 weeks, and I have not been back to a chiropractor in 2 to 3 years now, because once I got the work done, my neck was never bothering me, because I had so much scar tissue that went down on the one side. And I do it all the time now. It's a wonderful thing. And when you know this and you get the treatments done, you detoxify your body, your joints go back to the flexibility of when you were young, when you were that athletic person back in the day. You get all that back. And then doing, I walked into that class and thinking I was healthy, And Doc sat me in the couch on the day that we were doing, he was doing like a little consult for people, and he's like, you got this, and that. And I'm like, and I had someone in the class writing down everything that he said. They were taking notes. You got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this. And I went home, and that stayed with me. Let's see how many of that written down thing is going to stay with you, or you're going to shove it in a drawer or closet or whatever you're going to do. But I did everything that he said. And do I not look 20 years younger?
Oh my goodness, yes. You
20
should have
years.
seen her back then.
No, I was horrible. No, but I had my face was sunken in. I had more wrinkles. My age was starting to show. But after I did what he told me to do, it was life-changing. And now I continue. I'm 58 years old, and I've been retired for over 9 years, okay? And it's just, I probably look younger now than what I did back when I was working, okay?
And I never say old. I'm 63 years young.
Yeah, I'm 58 years young.
Right.
I'm young. Oh, I'm young, and I look at all my neighbors. They all, you have 60-year-old or you're young people, the men in the neighborhood. If I need help lifting up something, I have to go grab their son because they can't lift up something because their back hurts today. My back will never hurt, okay? And I will stay flexible and young till I'm over 100 years old, because I plan on living till over 100.
100?
120.
So what I wanted to say, so I can finish my story.
Okay, sorry.
When I went home with the Wolf Non-Surgical and started working on my sons, my one son, I did the whole back because his whole body had been crushed and he could not lift this arm at all, because they said this muscle will never grow back, is what they told him. You can't graft it, you can't do anything. This hand came off, so when they put it all back on, when he had all this calcification, he'd use this hand to lift this arm. This was his life. He was 24 years old.
Wow.
And so I came home and did the Wolf Non-Surgical. I did an upper back, and then I started doing this on the front and getting the circulation back in here. He was out of pain for 9 solid weeks, okay, before he came back. Now, he lives far enough away that he has to make it come and stay with me a while. So then I went and did the whole life coach, was really on fire, and decided I want to do a practice. Now, I was in a job where I got it because I'm raising 4 boys by myself, and I made up this story that I had to have a lot of money and security. I got to where, and I'm a great manifester, I'm making over $200,000 a year, life is easy, we get to go along. I was pretending to be happy. I was doing it and I was stuck on survive. Even though I can bring a lot of joy and I could raise my frequency, it really wasn't healthy. And so then I came back and go, I need a Scoliosonic. No, I need the cardio med. No, I need this and I need. And so I came home, created this whole practice, had him build, Gaston builds the most amazing websites. I have people coming to me from all over the United States. I am the only New World physician in the Western United States. There is nobody, so I want everybody to come. So I'm going to finish this third one. I'm going to do 3 assisting so that I can start teaching. I really know that this is the most amazing work you could ever do. And if we start all being healthy and self-loving, imagine what the world is going to look like.
And you know, Cheryl and I talk all the time.
We do.
You
First
know,
we see each other on the Power Pack show. Going,
yes,
yeah.
we see each other, but we talk on the side, and this is what happens. You kind of get that tribe,
You do.
and you know, like anybody that, you know, she has a question, I have a question, you know, something that we can answer. Sometimes only, you know, we got to get Dr. Wolf to answer, but you know, if you know, this is stuff that we do. And so, you know, you came here and now you got this tribe around you, so you got to embrace it. You know, take these friends that you know, we're all here, we all have the same thought process, we're all trying to get to where, you know, we need to be. And, you know, these people will be part of your life. You know, some of them will be, you know, you'll see as that time goes on.
They'll be your no BS people.
Yep.
So
Yep.
when you call them up and go, oh, you know, I'm feeling, you know, yeah, get over yourself.
Just like Dina the other day. She was, I just knew she was in a mood, and, you know, I called her right out. Hey, what's up? What happened? And then, you know, oh, this and that. And then she fixed everything, and you know, get out of that mood. But everything is what you see. You can see, you know, 2 people can be in the same spot and see 2 different things.
Absolutely.
I see the bunnies and the birds. Someone else will be like, ugh.
All I saw was the traffic and the
Yeah.
asshole that was cutting me off.
So it's what you see. It's what you make of it. It's what you manifest. Your destiny is your business. So you can make it however you want. And that's what this class is all about. But no one is coming to save you. And the only person is you are the one that's responsible for saving yourself. You are the one that is responsible for everything in your life. And I did always tell that. I did always practice that. Even when I was on fire rescue, 1 patient at a time, I would tell them, well, you know, it's your bed. You got to lie in it. So however you decide to lie down in this bed is what you're going to get. And if you lay down and, you know, it's, oh, poor me, or you don't want to make changes, then so be it. That's going to be you.
However, you're all here. So there was some part of you that said, I'm ready, that wanted change and wanted it to be different. And one of the things I'm going to leave with is watch your languaging. Your words are so powerful. I hear people call, oh, I'm in so much pain. No, you're not. You're not in pain. Your body is letting you know that something needs to shift. When you stop saying, I'm in pain, 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 then you'll stop being in pain. You have to change how you language to yourself. Woo, my body's got my attention. I need to focus somewhere. Woo, something needs to shift. Thank you. You know, I'm always in that way. And when I say something, I'll go, ooh, cancel, clear. Do over.
Yeah.
You know, so that my brain hears the last words that I said. Okay? So, just for everybody to know, since I am the only one out there in California, Northern California, my website is healthandvitalityengage.com. You can reach me at 707-322-1979. And just like Debbie here, I do it all. I have the Scoliosonic, the Cardio Med bed, the Biopterin. I'm getting the vitamin D light.
I have mine.
So she's always trying to get there before me.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, it has been the most rewarding work. It's not work. That's the other thing I want to say. It's not a job. It's not work. This is passion. This is life
see
force
how she said
energy.
it, and then she corrected
I
herself?
corrected myself.
So it's a wonderful thing when you can finally
It
like
is.
learn this stuff and do this.
So I never use the word job. Job sounds like work. It isn't a job. This is a joy. seeing myself change, being happy every day, getting out of bed, completely pain-free, looking at this hot, sexy body every day in the mirror. I'm sorry, this looks good for 63. I have 4 boys, just saying. And I feel like I'm 20. I act like I'm 20. Okay, maybe 16.
Listen, we're here to have a good time.
And this is a good time. When you feel something come up, that's when you know. What did Rumi say? Be a battered helmet looking for a sword. It isn't from the compliments that we learn from ourselves. It's when we feel niggled. It's when you get that zing and you go, oh, I actually believe that about myself, or it would not have affected me. Everybody's a delicious Post-it note coming with something to tell you. Everybody's supporting you whether you know it or not, because you're creating every second of your life. You had a contract with that stranger to come up to you and say, ooh, gosh, you look terrible, right? And you're getting niggled and you're starting to say, my feelings hurt. It isn't. It was you asking yourself to wake up. I look at them and go, thank you. And they're so confused.
I mean, it's true. You know, no matter what somebody says to you, it's again, who cares? Who cares what other people say? Who cares what other people think? It's what you think, what you know about yourself. So you're the one that has to live with you.
Has anybody ever heard the responsibility prayer? This is what my kids grew up with. And it goes like this. I am responsible for what I see. Just like Debbie driving in the car, I'm the one that's deciding. And I choose the feelings I experience based on probably what I saw. Okay? And I decide upon the goals I would achieve. And everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for and receive as I have asked. Where is this?
So your body's the antenna, and your eyes, okay, and your ears are the sensory that you decide you're going to bring in.
Exactly.
That's it. And if you don't know how to only focus on the beauty in life, then there's nothing beautiful about life.
Correct.
Anyway, I'm very excited to be here. I'm really excited
So give
to
them your
see
number
all
one more
these
time.
faces. My number is 707-322-1979.
And here in Stewart, we're StewartHealthandHealing.com, and my number is 305-342-9559, and we are hosting, or I'm hosting, Dina and I are hosting Dr. Wolf here right now, and this is day 1 of the class. There is still room if somebody wants to be like Jeannie and just say, hey, I want to come in here and get this class done. Perfect. Give me a call, or give Lori a call. And also in the Wolf Non-Surgical, there's still a few spots available. We also have the Woman's Pelvic Restoration Masterclass that will be coming up on June 26th, no, the 28th through the 30th, sorry. So all this stuff is still going on, and there still are a few spots available.
Yes, there are. I'll be assisting Lorraine. I'm going to be one of the teachers going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're also assisting Sage, you and
I am
Debbie.
assisting.
Yeah. So this is exciting times, and yeah, it's going to be really good with this class. And so 3, 2, 1. We got this.
We got this.
Beautiful day, everybody.
Have a great day.